Hey guys, welcome to the video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my tips and tricks on how to get into the PR list. If you guys are new to me, my content, I'm Ken, hello. I'm based in Melbourne, Australia. I basically do beauty, lifestyle, sort of like content, mainly beauty these days. So yeah, a lot of the advice that I'm going to be sharing in this video is definitely going to be more towards the beauty industry. That being said, if you guys are in a different industry, different genre, you can still definitely use some of these tricks. I just don't know how effective they will be. Alright, so let us begin. I am definitely not the biggest influencer out there, content creator, YouTuber. There's so many different titles out there for people that do social media. I'm definitely not the biggest. As you guys could probably tell, at the time of filming this video, I've only got 11,000 on YouTube. I've got 13.5, I think, maybe on Instagram. And I have been doing this for quite some time, so definitely not the biggest out there. Now, I'm not going to give you guys contact lists or websites you guys can join. I'm going to tell you guys what it is like to be in the industry and also what you need to do to get on the PR list. First and foremost, I think you need to know who you are and who you are as a brand. I feel like sometimes people that get into social media, they do it for all the wrong reasons. Like, I've had a couple of people DM me asking me how to get into the PR list and what they do, and then I check out their profile, and honestly there's nothing much to offer. That being said, some of them did have stuff to offer, so I obviously gave them some advice, but there are heaps and heaps of people that just, you know, don't really have a brand. Now, starting a brand, whether it be on Instagram or YouTube or a blog, is it's a journey. It's still a hobby to me, but I do make a bit of money from it as well. So for me, finding out who I was as a brand, it took a couple of years. I first started out with music, that's why it was called the Pop-Air in the beginning, and then I moved on to makeup, and you know, that was when my identity, like my brand's name and my identity sort of like kind of clashed, so that's why I changed it to MrKenDenis, so it's just more of a lifestyle sort of thing, because I do like to talk about other things besides just makeup. So that's just me, like that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about beauty, but I also want to talk about other things, which is why I vlog and, you know, do all that kind of stuff on my YouTube. So I guess it just depends on you as the individual, or if you guys are doing this as a group. It just really depends on what you guys want to talk about, and you guys have to be passionate about it. I personally love playing with makeup. I love trying out different things, trying out different makeup looks and just playing around with it, just because I feel like I'm expressing my artistic self. If you guys are just getting into it because you want free stuff, you're definitely not going to get anywhere, because I've seen so many people who have done that, and you know, they might have gotten a couple of free things here and there, but they never really got the success they wanted, because you know, the drive wasn't there. You know, they were doing it for the wrong reasons. Knowing your brand, once you know that, then you also have to come out with great content. Let's just put it this way: if you are going to approach a brand and ask them to send you products to try out, they're going to want to know what you're worth and what you can do. Most of the time, people these days prefer to go onto your Instagram and see what you have to offer there. So they'll look at the image quality and just the general vibe of you as a brand, the person behind the camera, and you know, just the feed, which is why feeds are sometimes quite important depending on how you style or how your aesthetic is. So obviously, if you don't have amazing quality photos or your content doesn't have much depth to it, sometimes brands just won't even bother. Like when I first started my Instagram, it was just more of a personal Instagram. This was when it just literally just started, so I didn't really pay much attention to it. I just posted random things like food and like Christmas shopping, that sort of stuff, like nothing really of significance. It was only until I started to really think about how I wanted to present my photos and up the quality for one, and just be consistent with it, that I started to see, one, I got more followers, more engagement, and then I also got more attention from brands. Again, if you guys are mainly doing this for fun, obviously do whatever the hell you want with your Instagram, your YouTube channel, but if you guys want to head towards that direction a bit, you do have to keep that in mind as well. Once you know your identity or your brand's identity and you have consistent content, you know, you've got a portfolio essentially of content for a brand to look at, I think that's when you start asking brands if they would like to work with you. Just think of it as going for a job, because essentially this is like a job. Think of it as a job. You have to have some sort of like job experience. Not everyone's gonna have experience, obviously, and sometimes you'll just you know, keep sending these resumes essentially until someone bites back. But once you have that resume, once you've got that experience, once you've got that portfolio, you'll find that some brands will be more inclined to work with you or put you on their list. So don't expect this to happen overnight. It's definitely a work in progress, and it's just gonna take some time. Like, you can't rush this process. So how do you get in contact with the PR of a brand? It's pretty simple. All you have to do is think of the brand that you want to work with and just go onto their website and go onto the contact us section and just send a general email. Introduce yourself. Tell them who you are, what you have to offer, and what you want from them. Obviously try and word it as professional as you can. Don't just say, hey, I want free products, because again, if you do that, they're just not going to want to work with you and you're not going to get anywhere with that. And you know what? If you like that brand and you like the product, definitely foster a relationship with them. I'm not saying be fake with them, definitely be authentic and give them feedback, because they appreciate that. Because if you just keep saying yes to everything, your followers are going to see that. Like, your followers are not dumb. Like, honestly, they are smart individuals. They are doing their research, they're going on the internet, and if you are the only person that says yes, this is an amazing product, and everyone else is saying no, this is horrible, and you don't have the facts or your opinions to back it up why you like it, and you just say, oh, I just like it, yeah, they're going to see right through you and they're not going to like you at all. So yeah, just authenticity as well. Another question that I get a lot that's associated to getting on the PR list is how do you get to go to the events? And it's pretty much the same, really. Once you're on the PR list, chances are they might invite you to an event as well. If you know the event is near you and they need people to be there, they need influencers to kind of like talk about, I don't know, like a new product launch or something like that. It just happens to be like that. At least here in Australia, that's how it works and how I have experienced it. And again, it's all down to if they think you are going to be a good fit and if they think your work is good. PR is not an exact science. I still have no idea how it works sometimes, but that's just how it is. And I guess the last bit of this video that I want to talk about is the free stuff. A lot of people always message me about how do you get the free makeup, how do I become like you and just get free makeup. First of all, it's not free, not to the extent you guys are thinking of free. Like, yes, PR companies will send you products for consideration, which basically means, and they're going to send it to you in hopes that you guys are going to be talking about it on your social media, or use it, or, you know, just mention it or something like that. If you just take it and you don't do anything with it, chances are they will remove you from the PR list. Especially if you are new to them and they just want to see what you're going to do with the products. From my understanding with PIs, when you're a new person, they send stuff to you, they want to see what you're going to do with it, how well your social media post is going to do, and how many, I don't know, like engagements and stuff like that they'll get from you talking about their product. If you just accept it and don't do anything with it, obviously it really depends on you. If you don't like this brand, you don't like the product, definitely give them the feedback, let them know. Don't just let them think that you're just completely ignoring them, because that's a big no-no. Yeah, if you just accept it and just think it's for free and you give it away to your friends because you're like, hey, I'm a big shot now, I've got stuff to give away, no girl, honey, no. They're sending it to you because they want to know your thoughts and opinions about it, and they want you to share it with your followers. Granted, you may not have the time or the capacity, or you just don't like that product, so you won't be able to talk about it. Just let them know. Just let them know you've received it and you don't particularly want to review it for whatever particular reason you have, but just let them know. And also, if you have, you know, Instagram stories, Snapchat, or YouTube, you do vlogs, you know, just kind of like show it every now and then. You don't have to. Again, you are your own boss, you do what you like. I personally share a lot of the hauls on Instagram stories because I know sometimes I just don't have time to film a full-length video on YouTube showing all the products, and that's just me. And they just appreciate the honesty. And, you know, once you foster that relationship, you know, things will happen for you. I'm just giving you the reality of things. It is not easy unless you go viral and you manage to stay consistently viral or just very popular. you're not going to get all the freebies, you're not going to get invited to all the events. You have to work for it. But anyway, that's it from me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up the video if you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to share this to your friends if they are thinking about getting into the social media life, because yeah, it's not easy, and you know, sometimes you just need the reality slap. But yeah, that's it from me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.